Hello, everybody. This is Linda Ferguson.
And Karen Nelson Bell.
And this is Platinum Prime for Life podcast, the podcast where we share hot tips on how to live a Platinum Prime life for the rest of your life. So today, these two ladies, Karen and I, are going to be talking about fashion. And should you be dressing for your age? What is appropriate for whatever age you find yourself in? Or does it really matter? So, Miss Fashion Plate here is going to lead off because she's done some research on this subject. Take it away, Karen.
I don't think I'm a fashion expert at all because I wear a lot of t-shirts, and I have friends telling me, Karen, you got to up your game. T-shirts is not good enough, but this is a t-shirt. It's kind of cute. Don't you think that's cute?
It is cute. It's very you. You love sparkly things.
I like sparkly things and t-shirts that say stuff, and so I'm 80. I'm going to be 81 in a couple of weeks, and I don't really want to dress my age. I don't even know what that really is.
I was going to say, what does that mean? Dress
like
your age?
Dress down to the mid calf or sensible shoes. Well, I have to wear sensible shoes because I have pain in my back that. Yeah. If I wear heels, I mean, 40 years ago, a doctor told me I cannot wear heels. I haven't really worn high. I would love to put on a pair of heels, Linda, so much, because I know my full-length photos would look so much nicer if I had on heels. Do you wear heels? You wear heels, don't you?
I injured my foot or just had something weird with my foot that I'm doing a prolonged fix on. So up until that point, yes. But it just so happens that my husband is not a particularly tall man. And so when we go out, if I put heels on, I'm taller than he is. So it's actually working out. I'm just finding more and more styles that look good without too much of a heel.
That's interesting. My first husband was 5'3", and I was 5'8"
Jeez.
and a half at the time. And platform shoes were very popular, so most of the time I was 5'11" and he was 5'3". And I think about certain people. I think about Sophia Loren and Carlo Ponti, who was her husband for many years. He was short and she was tall. And then there's Zendaya, who is 5'10", and her fiance is only 5'8". So, and when she has on high heels, obviously she's about 6'1". Right. And they just exploit it. They just go for it and don't have any considerations. And I know a lot of people do consider that the woman should be shorter than the man. For me, I started with 5'3". The next husband I've had 3 husbands. The first 2 were just trial runs, they were
yeah.
They were like to learn what you shouldn't do. Anyway, I went from 5'3" to 6'2" to 6'6", and so I say I traded up every time. So height doesn't really make too much difference, but maybe that is a consideration. But fortunately for ladies, if you want somebody taller than you, we get smaller as we get older. I don't know if that's any help because I'm no longer 8. I'm 5'3".
You're what?
5. I went down 5 inches. Now, if you lay me on a table, I'm 5'5".
Okay. You went down 5 inches?
Yeah.
Wow. I went down 1 inch. So I went from 5'7" to 5'6". But we were talking about shoes and heels and wearing shoes and heels. And yes, I can still wear them. But I'm not doing that currently. I have some shoes. I'm really practical when it comes to clothes. So I'm like, if I bought it, dang it, I'm going to wear it. I am not going to be one of these people that buys something and then donates it, never been worn.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So I have boots. I have a lot of boots, which in Florida is not the best shoe to have in Florida. But They're really cute and I like them. So
Well,
I will
do
wear
you,
those.
do you think if I could physically handle it, do you think an 81-year-old woman should wear 5-inch heels?
Should I think some I've actually seen a few of the models. They're like standouts, older models that do runway in beautiful
I have to,
shoes that have
yeah,
quite a heel. I don't know if they're that big of a heel, and they look great in it, and their legs actually look good in
yeah.
those shoes. So to me, but my blanket answer is probably not. You definitely, when you're older, things are more fragile within your body, so you don't want to fall over or anything like that.
That's
Um,
right.
but there could be occasions where that might be a thing, especially if you're just standing still for a photo and you want to look amazing and you can pull it off. Then I would say, then it's okay, but just don't try and go anywhere in them.
Okay, so on my birthday, my 81st birthday, I'm gonna find me a pair of heels to wear. I
You
might have
are?
to buy at the thrift shop because they probably won't get worn very much. But I'll see if I can't find some nice shoes. I guess the question is what I think that there are certain privileges to getting older. First of all, it's a privilege just to get older because not everybody gets the privilege. And
Mm-hmm.
I always ask a lady or a man, do you tell people your age? And many don't tell their age because it was a always considered the it made you ripe for ageism. But since
Yep.
my brand is getting older, better, longer, I think that it's important for me to tell my age. So one of the privileges of getting older is that you get to say what you think, and damn it, damn the consequences. And so I think maybe the same thing applies to clothes. I've seen pictures of people who are in very high fashion. I've never been a fashion person. I mean, I had to be nicely dressed to be in show business, but it wasn't high fashion. It was just show business stuff, glittery dresses, sequined, very expensive sequin dresses and this and that. And I think the privilege of the old age is that you can wear whatever you darn well feel like wearing, and that there is no more what you should. I think you shouldn't wear old lady clothes like a floral print dress down to your calf and sensible shoes
Oh
and a
man, you're going to
and
get some hate mail. You are
am I?
definitely going to get, oh yeah, because there
What
are
did I think
people,
was hateful?
you said you shouldn't wear those things. There are some people that love those things. So
I didn't mean to say you shouldn't. I meant to say you should wear whatever you dang well please.
there you go. Okay, so we're going to actually,
To just wear what people kind of think of as a late older lady clothes.
we have a mutual friend who is now older, but for her entire time that I've known of her, and she's very well known, so I'm not going to mention her name, but she's always dressed like a little old grandma, even when she was much, much younger. And
Yes.
now her clothes fit her
Clothes.
age. What's that?
Yes. She loves vintage clothes.
Yeah,
And the
but
vintage look, I
does not
think is,
suit her. She
well,
never looked good to me. That's just
but
personally.
she doesn't care. She loves it. It makes her so happy.
Okay,
So
so what are we
to have
talking about here? We are
that,
talking
what,
about your style. What is your style?
yeah,
That's
what
actually
is,
what we're talking about. No matter what your age is, each of us develops a style. When we're younger, we don't have that developed yet. There are a few people that do, but when we're younger, we're exploring styles. Like, what's trendy? Okay, bell bottoms are in. All right, let's do it. Ripped jeans is a thing. Okay,
yeah.
belly button bearing whatevers. But over time, we develop a style. I have a definite style, and I have, if you saw my collection of costume jewelry and some really nice jewelry, but just I have a closet full of jewelry and I love jewelry. So every day I go, well, let's see, what should I wear? Do these earrings go with this necklace that's a boho style with this fussy top that is not boho, but it's, if you now look at me in future episodes, you'll notice that I usually have something that's attention getting for me. I mean, people notice my jewelry because of that. And I made a comment about you, Karen, that you love sparkly things. You have sparkly hats, you have sparkly shirts. Your house is full of sparkles. We are not showing it off, but trust me, she's got sparkles in her floor even, sparkles on her window. It's a gorgeous home, but it's definitely full of sparkly things.
I think my other thing that you would always see me in is pants. And the pants came about because of playing piano. And I play piano professionally, and I always played with a very wide stance. And so the skirt did not look good when you have when you're stomping yourself out at the keyboard. You don't want to stomp. It doesn't look as good, graceful in a skirt. I'm sure many pianists wear a skirt, but just for me, my style of playing was suited, and you'll hardly ever find me in a skirt. I think I'm just pants and tops all the time.
Do you know, I can't ever recall seeing you in a skirt.
Yeah,
I can't think of it.
I might wear a dress because I have I actually donated all of my sparkly sequined and crystal beaded costumes. Very, very expensive, entire room full of costumes, and I donated them all away. But you might see me. Do I have a dress? I only have one dress in my entire closet. It's a black dress, jersey dress that goes to the floor, and you wear something sparkly over it. It isn't meant to be worn as a dress.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I don't have a dress. Some people just don't care anymore, and I wanted to discuss this question with you, Linda, and with our friends. Is that should you care? Why should you care? And as we spoke on the phone about what we were going to talk about today, I mentioned that I think making yourself look nice and caring about how you present yourself makes you feel better. I think it makes other people feel better that you don't look horrible, but
Right.
mostly I think that the impact is on you, is that you have a little bit more energy. I mean, I think because I wear this little t-shirt, which is like a little it's a short t-shirt, and it kind of shows off that I wear it because it shows that I've lost a lot of weight, almost 100 pounds, and it makes me feel like I have more energy, and I want to put my shoulders back when I walk, and I have a better, I don't want to walk 81. I want to walk 31.
Right.
So what's your opinion on that subject? Does it matter? I mean, couldn't you just not even care? Why would an 81-year-old woman care? Well, because I'm going to go to 120. I almost said 140.
Why should someone care? Oh, of course. At every age, you're going to look in the mirror. At every age. So I think that's true. And, as time's gone on, I mean, I keep having the same realization, and it's exactly the same. Where you wake up, you feel great, you look in the mirror, and you don't have makeup on, and you think, oh, this is a no makeup day. I'm not going to take time to do that. Which my makeup routine is all of 5-6 minutes, I think, unless I have to do my hair. Then it's much longer. But so it's not really a long time, but there's thought that goes into it, and I have to go through a routine. So some days I won't put any makeup on. I think maybe like half of the time. If I'm not in front of a camera, I'm not going anywhere, I'll just go, oh. But then I'll see myself in a mirror, or I'll take a picture, have whatever, I'll be in a picture, and I can't stand it. If I take those 5-10 minutes and put my makeup on and do my hair and put on clothes that I think are attractive, put an outfit together, it definitely gives me more energy, and it just makes me feel more complete. I feel incomplete otherwise, like I have stuff left to do.
How far should we take it? Now, here's a question that I'm seriously earnestly asking this. I recently saw on an award show, I saw Jane Fonda, and she had this gorgeous jawline, and she had no smile lines, and she had no frown lines. And I'm like, okay, well, there's my version of very inexpensive plastic surgery. Unfortunately, I can't walk around like that every day.
Ah, darn it.
And
That's
you know
right.
that you're the best plastic surgeon on the face of the planet because it
Yeah.
looked pretty natural. It didn't look natural that you when you know she's 92 and looks like that, you know that that's not real, but it actually was pretty. She looked pretty, and
She looks
I
fabulous. Yeah, she
she
does.
looked really pretty, and I thought I would I really kind of would love to do it, except for a couple of things. I'm too chicken.
Mhm.
I think it's too expensive. I'm sure her surgeon is too expensive, and uh, it's not healthy for you when you're older to have where you are under anesthetic. You should avoid going under anesthetic when you
Sure.
get a certain age. So those are my reservations. So I'm not going to do it. I would like to do it, but is it just pure vanity if you get to the age of 80? Some people think, well, you've earned your wrinkles. I've certainly earned the privilege to smile. I wish the frown things would go away because I'm a happy person. So I'm going to continue the rest of this podcast just like this, so
Okay.
that I'm happy.
People will understand why now. They watch this far and they'll go, why is Karen doing that? We know now
Here,
why.
wait a minute. Here you go. There. That's the solution for frown lines.
That's right. Well,
So, what is the opinion on whether an 80, anybody
how do I
over
feel
50?
about it?
Yeah, what do you think?
I will do plastic surgery when I can't stand it and if I can afford it. If it makes sense at the moment, sure. I have nothing on it. To me, keeping Joan Rivers in mind and the fact that she had so many plastic surgeries and then had a very careless anesthesiologist who caused her to die, there's
I didn't.
risks.
Is that so?
Totally. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm so sad. That makes
Mhm.
me sad.
Yeah, but she was addicted to plastic surgery. Michael Jackson, addicted to plastic surgery. Plastic surgery comes with lots of risks, including the pain drugs that some people must take in order to recover. There's recovery time. There's all sorts of stuff. So you have to really be pushed to want to do it if you know what all the risks are. You're truly not addicted to huge vanity. What can I say? But yeah, I have nothing on doing that. I'm a decade younger than you are. So we're 10 years apart. And because I know many people in my age, and I went to my 50th high school reunion and saw all my classmates. I mean, we are exceptionally still well put together. We still look good for the age of our bodies. And that's because we care and we try. And for you, I mean, I saw you in a bikini not that long ago and you look pretty dang good. That was so much fun. So
I do that.
that might not be appropriate for everyone to
It's not even appropriate for me.
you're on the beach in a bikini. It's like, what?
Inappropriate.
Yeah. But the thing about getting older that I think is really interesting. So style is a huge thing. And we know of women of all ages, but especially when you get into an older age and you've developed an iconic style at an older age, it's revered. And there are a few people that have taken that, which names will totally escape me, but who's the New Yorker that has these big giant glasses? You know what I'm talking
Oh, I
about?
know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the editor of Vogue magazine,
Yeah. Just, I
Anna
mean,
Wintour.
what's
Anna
that?
Wintour.
Okay.
Anna Wintour. But the one that was a beautiful classic example was Katharine Hepburn, because I can remember pictures of her when she
Right.
was beyond 80, and she would have on a pair of stonewashed pale jeans with a
Right.
white shirt hanging over it, and it was just uh, timeless, absolutely timeless. I got to go get some jeans and a white shirt. I
Good.
that's
You
I'm gonna
definitely do. That's
I'm
your new
gonna
style.
that's my
As
new
long
thing.
as there are sparkles on the shirt, I think you'd go for that.
Yeah, sparkles on the white shirt.
But we have a mutual friend, Mercedes, she's really, really good at helping women put together a look that's suitable for them. She just opened a shop. It's a vintage and resale shop that has higher end clothing. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful place. And she did something for you the other day. You sent me a picture of something you got that she said, I picked it out just for you, Karen, and I held it here for you. And it looked amazing on you
Yeah, it
because,
was, and I would never have picked it out for myself
yeah.
because I don't think of navy as being a color that I wear.
Uh-huh.
It's a winter color, and I'm an autumn sort of warm undertones. But it was fabulous. I get more compliments on that shirt than anything else in my wardrobe.
Wow. That's
Seriously,
good. So
I
she
get
understands
compliments on
style.
this. Yeah,
What's that?
I do get compliments on this one and
Uh-huh.
on the one that she recommended for me. Those are the,
Uh-huh. Nice.
and then yeah. And then last night when I did a piano job last night, and I
Mm-hmm.
had on one of my sparkly shirts, and every lady was trying to steal it from me. It was really cute. It was
That's
so cute.
hilarious.
But that might tell me something. I'm into a fashion that little old ladies prefer.
Oh, because you're playing for little old ladies last night?
Well, they were old and they were little. They were energetic. I'm little and
Okay.
I'm old. I'm a little fat little.
That's pretty funny. Well, yeah, well, we have the earlier episode of Dance Walking where you can see Karen in action, and just look back a couple of episodes, episode 23, I think, and you'll see some photos of Karen just letting it go. She looks all of about 25. She and her
Oh,
friend
you know what?
Sophie.
I wanted to see on my 81st birthday. I'm thinking of doing a disguise. Put on some jeans, put on the white shirt,
Okay.
or put on a youthful T-shirt. Put on a hat so you don't see that my hair is white,
Uh-huh.
and big glasses because the wrinkles and stuff. But I don't know what to do about the jawline. But anyway, maybe from behind and with a vigorous
Swagger.
25 walk
Yeah.
swagger, maybe I could be mistaken for a young person.
Oh, yeah,
I,
for sure.
I want to try this. I want to see if I can fool anybody. Like
Okay, with a little sign on your
see
back,
a
guess
guy
how
drive
old I
by and
am?
whistle at me.
What?
Have some guy drive by and whistle at me.
I know.
And then I turn around and he would know the real truth. Oh my God, I just whistled at an 80-year-old.
Do you know what's really funny is, yes, that still does happen. And I was with Eric doing something, and some guy was like outrageously flirting, much younger. And Eric's like, what? And I go, hey, it's fun and it's funny. And younger guys know that you're older. They're not really, it's not serious, but so they're paying you a compliment when they do it. But it's cute, especially if in your life you've gotten kind of used to that. When it stops, when you get older and it stops, you're like, hey, I haven't changed. And yet, yeah, I'm kind of out of that age. So personal style and wearing your style, owning it, promoting it, showing up in it, and feeling good in it will last you an entire life. When you stop wearing your style when you get older, it's when you've stopped trying. And not only will you feel sad about it, but everyone else will feel sad about it because they won't recognize you. So figure out what it is. We'll give you some tips on how to figure out your style. And let me ask you, Karen, how did you figure out your style?
Oh, I think it was handed to me because of the jobs that I was doing. I was playing piano on
Mm-hmm.
stage, and especially when I started playing piano for Paul Anka. Some of you won't remember who that is, but and if you're at least 60, you might know who Paul Anka is. Anyway,
We
and
date ourselves.
and I'm rocking out at the keyboard, and it just didn't look right to rock out in a dress. I was like, I'm very active at the keyboard, and I was, almost dancing on the piano bench. And also, we were obliged to wear black, but so I end up wearing a lot of black. That's what formerly fat, FF, formerly fat people wear black because they think it will make them look thinner, and maybe it slightly does in photos. It doesn't in
It
real
does.
life.
Yeah, it does.
But we had to wear sparkles. So I think that showbiz kind of handed me my style because the sparkles came because that's what you wore. It's to stand out,
Okay.
you know. And so I think I was just handed my style, and it came out of necessity for how, and then also being a roadie, I had to carry pianos and I had to carry equipment, and just I think that's why I wear pants. And then the sparkles, I like sparkles. I'm a sparkly girl.
You definitely are. And then your performing partner, Sophie, who is French, she has a definite style too. She always wears long skirts, long
Yeah.
shawl, long
Flowy
things.
scarves. Yeah, she's very
It's called
flowy.
hippie. She's got the hippie boho happening in a big
And
way.
yeah. What
Uh-huh.
does BOHO stand for? Bohemian?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another word for looking like an older hippie. Boho.
Bohemian hippie. I don't think did I wear hippie clothes? Yeah, I wore hippie clothes in the 60s for sure.
Did you? I
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah.
And how about when mini skirts came out? Did you wear those?
Oh, I've got some pictures. Uh, when I was Betty Francisco, a choreographer and producer in Vegas, she designed a show for me called Hallelujah Vegas. I starred in this show at what is now the Stratosphere Tower.
Okay.
At that time, it was called the Landmark. And she designed a show for me, and she put me in miniskirts. And then I had to go around. In those days, the way you sold tickets was you would go all dressed up in your costuming, and you'd go to the ticket masters at each casino because every casino had a desk where you could buy tickets for stuff all over the strip.
Okay.
And we'd go out and
That's right.
we'd show them who we were and say, hey, please market our show. And I'd walk around the Las Vegas Strip in mini skirts that came up too high, and
Uh-huh.
very tall shoes, and yeah, and of course at that time I was dancing. That's why I talk about my dance weight. I don't have to lose any more weight to be trim because I'm slim enough, but I I'm still trying to lose a little bit of weight to handle I have visceral fat, some belly fat, and that's
Yeah,
not healthy.
tummy fat.
Losing a little.
That's the hardest weight to lose. It's
Yeah, and
really
it's not
hard.
come off. I think mine's ready to come off. So in the last I have 5 pounds to go, and
Mm.
then I'll be my dance weight because I was at that dance weight, and at that dance weight, walking around the strip in my mini skirt, kind of like Tina Turner. Remember,
Mm.
she would wear mini skirts, and that's about the size of my mini skirts. Is the Tina
Okay.
Turner way of doing it? Did you wear mini skirts?
I did, so I grew up in a blue collar neighborhood, and my next door neighbor was my best friend. Her name was Linda. My name was Linda, and we wore matching mini skirts that actually had these super short shorts under there, but you couldn't really see them. We pulled them up so you couldn't see them. So we just had super short mini skirts. When we were 13, this tells you where I lived. Anyway, yeah, it was scandalous. But boy, we had our first boyfriends then, and we met them at the movies. We actually had a theater, a walk-in movie theater right across from where I lived growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, so we would go and meet boys, and they were short.
Wow.
So throughout,
Movie
Yeah.
theater? Where
What's
was your
that?
first kiss? Where was your first kiss? In a movie theater?
No, it was walking home from school with someone who liked me and I liked him.
Oh,
I know. We'll
well,
have
that's
an
it.
episode on that.
Mine was I was 12 and it was Spin the Bottle, and I don't think either one of us really,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't worth talking about. I
Yeah,
don't know how
definitely.
we digress to that subject. Well, the thought of you at the in your mini skirts and meeting boys at the movies, that's what
Yeah.
made me think to ask that
And
particular
actually
question.
just trying to slide it past my parents because they never knew that obviously that was happening. So our neighborhood where I grew up, we grew up young. We were we were very young when certain things happened. But it made me a very wise parent because I already knew all the things that you could do and get away with it. And my kids all wound up turning out really well and not perfect by any stretch, but they've all arrived in adulthood. People that I admire. So clothing for them was more conservative. And I was the one going, oh, come on. I had my son get his ear pierced when he didn't want to do it. I know. I'm that mom. What can I say? Anyway, but moving on to clothing. So mini skirts. That was then. Would I wear a mini skirt now? Heck no. Would I even wear dresses above my knees? No. Why? Because I don't have the legs to pull it off. I don't, my body parts definitely have gotten older over time. And so they just don't look good to me. So mostly it's longer sleeves and I wear some things that are a little lower cut. But in the style that I now wear, I'm very comfortable in it and I have a wide variety of things. And I wear a lot of black, but I wear a lot of color as well. And what I do to match that all up is I will have colorful jewelry on and then I have colorful eyeshadow. Nice. Or black and white eyeshadow, depending on what I'm wearing. But I'm not afraid of color. So that is my particular style. And I admire you for all your sparkles. I don't quite pull that off anymore, but you look good in them.
I don't sparkle in terms of makeup because makeup that sparkles, I used to love to do sparkly stuff all around the eyes and big sparkly lips and sparkles on your cheeks and everything. It just accentuates lines. So I don't do sparkles on the face at all anymore. No sparkles.
No doesn't sparkles. Look good on camera. It actually can look good in person. Doesn't really look good in camera. One day I did show up with highlighted, glimmery this and glimmery that, but on camera it looked pretty horrible. So I've never done it again.
Don't you have a friend? You have a friend who talks about how to look nicer. Why don't we do some podcast sometime on makeup techniques for people that are over a certain age?
I would love it. I don't know how much the guys are gonna like it. I mean, maybe some of you guys would like it, but
I don't know.
All the miracle. We'll both show up with no makeup on and have our makeup done. Wouldn't that be fun? It really.
Interesting. What do you think about Pamela Anderson going makeup free?
She looks hideous. I think she looks horrible. I think it's her own statement on whatever her soapbox is about doing it. It isn't flattering to her, but it's putting her in the spotlight because it's brave of her to do. So, some people who, their career has just been certain things and now they've hit a point where they're not relevant anymore. She doesn't have any tumultuous relationships and screaming matches, and she's had enough sadness in her life. So her rebellion against wearing makeup and going over the top with giant 8 pairs of fake eyelashes on and plumped up lips and stuff like that and just doing au naturel, I respect her for it, but I don't think she looks good. And I think she could look beautiful.
Well,
So,
who is the piano player that sang "This Girl Is on Fire"? Who sang that? This girl is on fire.
no, shoot, and she was on The Voice. She was a judge. I'm just
Her
playing.
and she went makeup free for quite a while, and now she's not makeup free anymore. But if she feels like it, she will be. And I thought she looked beautiful without makeup. I thought she looked wonderful. Who am I talking about?
Don't ask me, but I know
Oh,
who it is. Yeah, we're both.
somebody who I'm
We
talking
will
about.
have to we'll edit it in. We'll put like a big sign on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
episode on who it is because everyone knows who she is. But
yeah.
if you ask me directly, I will forget a name. But she's always been a minimalist as far as makeup goes. She's never been known for over the top makeup, and she definitely has her own style.
Yeah, the difference between her and Pamela is that Pamela was like
Yeah,
ex- makeup explosion.
big boobs, big lips, big
Yeah.
eyes, big eyelashes. Yeah, she did, and big hair. That was kind of her thing. So she's rebelled against it. But you brought up Jane Fonda earlier. I didn't actually realize she was 92. She's fantastic. There was a really cute clip of her walking the runway it wasn't the Academy Awards, something else. Anyway, she's walking along and she had heels on and she just took them off. She's just like, no, I'm not going to walk in these. And I went, oh yeah, that's what you do. Take your shoes off, girl. That's what you do.
I love that. I love that. That's really adorable.
So
Yeah.
one of the things that I think would be fun sometime is actually just to tour our closets. Like, what do we have in there? And
You
how old are some of those outfits?
you can't do a tour of my closet.
Right.
I gifted away everything. I don't hardly. I mean, I have like 12 items in my closet because
You do?
everything that was too big, I decided I didn't want to wear things. I could still fit in them and I could wear them, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to advertise that I have. I want to market my weight loss. I mean, I'm just so proud of it that I want to be in something that demonstrates the
Sure.
accomplishment
We'll get
made.
a whole bunch of things to do
I ate
that.
all of my fat clothes. I can fit anything in my closet. There's nothing in my closet I can't fit into,
Yeah.
but there's also nothing in my closet that would make me look big. So there's nothing in my closet. I need to go back and see Mercedes at her store. We should put a link to Mercedes.
We should just have her on sometime. Because
Well,
Mercedes is someone, she definitely has her own style. I've known her for a long time and she is from Boston. She has curly, now white hair. She told me once she had dark hair and I never knew her then, but I've known her for a long time. She's always had white hair. It's beautiful. She dresses in more of the classics, more of a Katharine Hepburn, which is East Coast classics, J. Crew type stuff.
yeah.
And she dresses in a lot of black and white. But there was a phase, because I've known Mercedes for a long time, where she wanted to develop her style more. So she got someone who was known for doing that. And that person told Mercedes, you don't look good in black and white. Get rid of your black and whites, which she wears a lot of that. And she still wears black and white. I'm sorry. So she moved away from it. She had some beautiful things, but she wound up, those things crept back into her wardrobe because I see her wearing them now. And the point being, they were part of her style and they had been part of her style for a long time. She also loves color, but her carefully curated closet, which is bursting, but she regularly gets rid of things, is very much who she is. And then she took her love of that and turned it into this really fun boutique too.
That's true. That's right. We have another mutual friend who would be good for this subject, and that is Jill. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Jill Kirsch, yes.
Yeah, Jill Kirsch, because she's a professional, just as Mercedes is professional. Jill is professional. We could get her and Mercedes to come on the show at the same time, and then we got it all covered. That we would.
Well,
just...
I think Jill as a standalone guest is fascinating. So she does colors.
Yeah.
And she will do a whole sitting with you on and finding exactly what your color and color palette is. I have her color palette for me. And surprisingly or not surprisingly, those colors were colors I was naturally drawn to anyway. And I wore them all the time anyway. But she's fun, and we should definitely have her as a guest because she helps.
To the stars, not just us peasants. She's like very famous in what she does.
She is very famous, and she helps men as well as women. And I think men very often struggle more with wearing things that they look good in. So she'd be great. And then we should have a guy. We should have her do his style and color and stuff. That would be pretty fun.
That would be a lot of fun. Well, listen, we've kind of come to the end of, we try to be between 30 and 40 minutes long because we respect your time. Thanks for spending any time with us at all. It's really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And I don't know, Linda and I just like talking to each other, and we don't agree on every single thing, but I think it's just fun. I just love to talk to her because she prompts. She's like talking to Chat GPT. She prompts things in me. It's like a prompt.
That's very good. All right, everyone. So thank you. Karen is right. We really appreciate you and you being a part of our community, Platinum Prime for Life. And we will see you again next week. Bye.